Hello, good morning, responsible day traders. I don't know why I said it that way. Lindsay Duff here. Things have been absolutely crazy over the last few weeks. The holidays, I'm so glad they're over. School's back in. FOMC is over. Had to put a new hard drive in my laptop, an SSD, solid state drive, which is making a big difference. Which also meant, I'm not very tech savvy. Thank you, Kyle, for helping me out as much as you did. I would get to where I think I knew what I was doing and find out that I needed help. Anyways, so we have the new drive in. Now I've downloaded NinjaTrader 7, my recording program, Microsoft Office, everything's back up and running. I've also downloaded NinjaTrader 8. I've only so far put one chart on there. If I do decide to make the switch over, which I'm thinking about because I've had a lot of people tell me how much they adore it, how much easier it is, all that jazz, I may make the switch over. We'll see though. Let's dive on in. Move this out of the way. Yes, okay. So let's start off with come on here. Start with the daily chart. Okay. I'm going to remove all this, something I was looking at on the smaller charts. Okay, let's look at what's happened. Since October, we've had a pretty decent moves in both directions. Harder pushes to the downside, pretty decent pushes back up, right? So look at what's happened when we have these moves up that start to weaken like this a little bit. Those closes at the top sometimes can be a sign of a push back down, especially, look at this. Oh, and I drew this last week while I was looking through things. Look how many times we've pulled down to this area, right? And touched it and bounced off of it. Now, there's a couple of things going on here. We have that nice big V pivot. It pulls down really hard. We're looking for the snap back. Well, it is snapping back right now into a resistance area and EMAs that are spread wide to the downside. So in the overall, this may push us back down. If it does push us back down to this area, by that time, we're going to have some divergence in the MACDs because look how hard they pushed up. It didn't take much to get it up there. The BB or the price was working slowly up there. The MACD is working hard. So if this pulls back down, we may see some potential for divergence over the next couple of days. But it can also just continue up with these weak EMAs to the downside. So we just want to be aware of all the situations that we got going on. So let's move on to our next chart. And this is moving very, very slow at the moment. Next chart, let's kind of close this up a little bit. You can see in the overall, it has been continuing to the upside. We had something very similar to the way this looked before happening now. And we're breaking outside of that top Bollinger Band here. So this may push back up. Now, one of the things that I am noticing is that the EMA is really working to cross to the downside. The difference between the EMAs here and the EMAs here is the weakness. They were super strong here, very weak here because it kept breaking in through with divergences as it was pushing down. So let me close this up. Move up to the next one. Okay, we have not changed the direction to the upside because we haven't gotten back above the EMAs, but it sure is looking like it's trying to. The way the MACDs are very weakly going down here. I'm just looking as we continue on. These can definitely roll over and push down just like they did right here. Let's see, this is still saying down. We have broken back above, but right into a divergence that pushed it back through. So we may see a push down here. One of the things that kind of, I don't want to say concerns me, but I'm looking at the way this MACD-BB is pushing to the upside. And that's showing us that it's still trying to push up. So what's happening here, and I was watching it this morning, I had a friend over for a little while, And I was looking at what was happening right in here. We're just getting in these little tight spots between areas that could potentially hold. So the targets are pretty quick if we're going to take those right now. Grab me right in here. It might just take off from here. Looking at the way this is pulled back. There we go. There's only 150 ticks left there, so that's a pretty good number. Just pulling this up tight because this is going into a resistance area that's held. So I want to make sure that I'm not holding on because I just want it to work. I need to pay attention to what it's telling me. Close. This is starting to break this bottom Bollinger Band. Really weak follow through here. All right. Now, oh, there it goes. Still pushing up a little bit. Now, staying right behind those little pivots. I'd still be in this. Let's just go ahead and follow it along like I'd stayed behind them. So let's just say I went behind here, then I went behind here. All right. That one went quick, but there we go. That's what we were looking for, guys. Beautiful. See what happens here. Oh, we're going to move this to a break even also. Lovely. Wouldn't it be great if it came all the way up here? I don't anticipate it to, but hey, you know, having high hopes never hurt anybody. Let it pop up above here, and I'm going to move it back. Right now, we're going to sit right here for the moment. Starting to pull back, potential reversal bar. I'm going to give this just a moment. Let's try to break that bottom Bollinger Band. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. I'm just looking at the potential of reversal bars here. This actually could really just keep going. But look at the potential reversal bar here with the MACDs leading lower. It made such a hard push up. I think that me wanting it to go higher was clouding my judgment of what was actually happening. We're seeing this nice reversal bar here, this nice reversal bar potential here, still pushing through at the zero line. So the pullback is definitely anticipated. And I moved my risk up along with the small movements on the 233. So if I'm going to move my risk along with the small movements on the 233, I have to take my exit because of those as well. Push down, who knows, maybe. But I'm done for the day. I'm finishing right as it's picking up the pace. That's okay. Whenever we tell ourselves that we're done for the day, we need to listen and move away. So what I'll do is I'll take my screenshots of this and I'll actually close it out. I have some things I want to work on, so I'll turn off the market, because if I don't, I'll catch myself sitting here wanting to watch it more. And I have other things that I really want to accomplish. I trade so that I can do all the things that I want to do. So yeah, I'm smiling because I'm watching this happen. All right, I'm smiling because I'm watching this happen. And I'm watching it do this final breakdown to the downside right as I'm telling myself that it's time for me to go. So that's like, okay, I'm telling myself it's time to go. Do I really want to sit here a little bit longer? No, because I've limited myself to an hour and a half. And now my hour and a half is 8 minutes away from being up. I can see that this has given a pretty significant move down. So what's going to happen is if I try and stay with this a little bit longer, the next thing I know, it'll be another hour and a half and I haven't accomplished anything that I wanted to accomplish today. Trading and making money is wonderful, but we do it so we can spend time doing the other things that we want to do in life. I love teaching and working with students, so I want to be able to have that time with them. I have some charts I need to go through from a couple of students who sent me some information, just working through these things together. So, whoo, doggy, it's dropping down even more. It's time to shut it down. I'm just closing my eyes so I don't see the market that's around my face right now. So first trade was 2 points. Next one was 2 1/4. So that's 4 1/4 points. Next trade was 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. So that's 4.75. So that would be 9 points for today. Not too shabby for not being too busy. Was there high anxiety during it? No. There were some things where I was questioning what was happening. You can see on the ones that I wasn't comfortable with taking, we just marked a little arrow on there. Did I see them? Sure. Did I take them? No. I even marked one that would have failed against it. I even marked one where I would have gotten out too early before it moved. So I want to show y'all something on the market right now. Should I? Okay, hold on a second. What I'm looking at is how it's pulled through and it's sitting at the 0 line here, but it's showing a lot of strength. It's probably going to give us a little bit of a bounce back up. Okay, pull back into this area. If you see a weak retracement off the BB and push down, good sign. I like that these EMAs are starting to open up. I wouldn't have any issue expecting it to pull back. Okay, there's no divergences. Now we have pivots in the price and the MACDs both leading higher here. So definitely the anticipations of a push back up are not wrong, even though it can still happen from right here. Okay, I'm gonna go on forever with this if I don't stop. So that's gonna be it. We're gonna call it a day. Hope everybody has a lovely Monday back. Today I start working out again. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. But, we can't move forward if we let fear control us. And that happens in our trading, and our health, and our wellness, in anything we do in life. So, the fear is there, but I'm gonna push through it. So, I hope everybody has a fabulous Monday, and look forward to catching y'all on the profitable side.